We live.
Here.
Hello.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Friday the 13th.
I know.
Oh my goodness, Friday the 13th. Y'all know I used to love staying up to watch Jason movies on Friday the 13th. It was my favorite thing to do. It really was. Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at it. I'm a Michael Myers girl, so.
Well, Friday the 13th, you know.
That makes
sense.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Well, hello guys. Thank you for joining us. Listen, StreamYard always be messing up the thing, and so they didn't have my intro on, and that's what we was giggling about. However, you got us three. Yay! Your girl Brandi Ja'Nice. We got Barb Meets World and Word on the Curve.
Hey!
For you with another episode of for a review for Married to Medicine, right? We're gonna talk about Married to Medicine. We're gonna dissect this season chart, the season so far, and we're gonna cut into some more Housewives news that's been going on, right? Some little messiness.
Mm-hmm.
And the racist stuff of the Housewife too.
Oh God!
I was literally just thinking that.
So since Jill had to, rear her ugly head, honey, and I'm gonna give it to y'all real and raw, okay?
Everybody else is speaking from the heart these days. I mean, everybody else is letting their true, thoughts and feelings out.
Whatever.
Girl, it's up and it's stuck, honey.
Okay, y'all. So what we want to start with first? Do we want to start with the Super Bowl, because we are kind of coming off of that, So, man, let's just dive right in.
Well, go ahead, hostess with the mostest. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll dive right in. So we know that the Super Bowl just passed. Was it this past Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I didn't watch it, y'all. I just want to let y'all know.
I did.
And so our girlfriend, Miss Jill Zarin, honey, of Housewives of New York City. Okay, previously of Housewives of New York City, and currently, or at least up until this moment, she was supposed to start on is this called the Golden Girls or something? I'm not even sure what's going over here with E and these Housewives of New York OGs that they went and collected, and they doing a whole new show about these girls over there. Anyway, Jill decided to share her thoughts about the Super Bowl performance that was Bad Bunny, right? He was the headliner for that evening. And she thought it wasn't enough white people. I mean, that's what I got from everything that she said.
Yes.
Like, I didn't understand anything else that was wrong except for where was all the white people? And even after she said that, I think I didn't even hear anything else she had to say after that.
They was in the stands.
Subsequently fired from said recreation of Real Housewives of New York, which she had previously been an OG of. So either way, my very first thought about Jill was it was Jill wanting to be a Bethany and getting her timing incorrect and offbeat. It's that whole like tone deaf thing. Like you just real tone deaf. But I think she was more so looking, Jill, you got to look at Jill at the sense of when she got let go of the Housewives, she has been clawing her way to try to get back on that show any way she could. And so the fact that she got this opportunity to have this reboot, even if it was on another network, because nobody said she was opposed to what network she was on. We just saying to get her tail back on TV. But when she left, her and Bethany had this rift, and more of the rift that I think Bethany didn't lean into was there was a jealousy in her about Bethany. And she wanted to have what Bethany had, which was that little thing with the audience. Bethany could say things offbeat, off color, whatever, because it was what everybody was thinking. And especially about the New York Housewives, because Bethany was the girl who at least represented at the time. She represented everybody else. While those ladies had the money and had the statue and had the things, Bethany didn't. And so she represented everybody that didn't, right? Okay. So the things that she was saying when she called them out and, have this, that, and the third, and, had her one-liner remarks, she became a fan favorite very quickly. And Jill wanted that. So Jill was just trying to be Bethany. She thought she was being cute and funny. And maybe there's a world where she probably meant what she said. But you want to know? I'm saying there's a world where she probably didn't know nothing of what she said. I think she just went off and just wanted to say whatever because she was promoting this thing and got her ass written right off of it. Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
No, I when I caught wind of it, I just, if there was one thing that it showed me that, being in a certain demographic of people, you just are so uncomfortable being quote unquote singled out. And that's something that other demographics of people have to deal with constantly. So I just thought it was amazing to see her get booted in less than like 24 hours. And I thought it was like the perfect cherry on top was when, the Zarin fabrics or whatever made it so very clear that they have nothing to do with that lady. We don't fool with that lady. Those words don't represent our company. She had egg all over her face, and for her to go on to say like it was people make mistakes or something along those lines. That wasn't a mistake. That was a choice. And you can double down on it. And it's not like this came out of nowhere. You knew exactly who was going to be performing. You've known for months or whatever. And if you didn't want to watch it, you could have carried your behind over there to watch that other performance or whatever. You chose to be there. And because you were uncomfortable, you wanted to make other people also sit in your misery. And she gets whatever is coming her way. I don't really care. And she wasn't the only one. I think Brandi Glanville, she defended her. Ja'Nice, who can't even hating from outside the club, like you can't even like come up in here and you had so much to say. There were several people, Taylor Armstrong, like it's just disgusting. But like I said before, people's true colors are showing. They feel so emboldened these days to speak at the side of their neck, and that's perfectly fine. But the thing is about freedom of speech, like you can say whatever you want to say, of course, but there's going to be consequences, and this was just the consequence. So yeah, oh well. That's how I felt. Like whatever. I couldn't care less. And the thing is, you could have looked it up. Like anybody else, I'm pretty sure, who was watching it, who didn't know what was being said or anything like that. I'm pretty sure we all have access to Google and ChatGPT, whatever. You could have looked it up if you really, cared that much. But no, you sat there.
It was worth. To your point, though, even with that, I don't know that you needed to do that. I don't think it was worth any of it. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't worth your comment, and it wasn't worth like what you're saying. Like, oh well, you could have found. No, you couldn't. You sit back, enjoy it, or you move around, like you said. You know, to my point, when I said I didn't watch, and I'm gonna let it go to you, Angela, in a minute. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I don't know who Bad Bunny is. Now, maybe I may have heard something with him in it. I'm not. Listen, I'm not sure. With that being said, I'm not a football fan, so Super Bowl is something that I care about in general. I could be doing any other thing on that Sunday besides watching football.
So any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, okay? Now, will I go to a Super Bowl party? All those things, sure. With this whole year and all that, I'm moving, and none of this. If the Bears had been there, I'd have had my tail sitting in somebody's, living room, wherever, looking at something. However, what I'm getting to, my point is this: the same way I love and enjoy my thing with Bad Bunny and any other person who gets the headlining gig at the Super Bowl, you better represent whatever it is you coming out to represent. You better bring it all out. You know what I mean? If that mean you do it all in your native tongue or tongue, then do that shit too. Because if Beyonce came out, if we had our own language and she decided that she wanted to come and do her concert in our language, then I'm gonna say go for it. And so it's no different. Like for me, it's you better. But to your point, it's more about what we saw was a entitlement. I think I'm always surprised, which is funny, but I'm always surprised by the entitlement that people present. And with that being said, let's get Angela on the line, girl. What you got to say?
Let's call it what it is. It's straight out. She thought that she had, long as she wouldn't have had any kind of blowback from this, she was stood 10 toes down on what she had to say. She done lost her job. So you got freedom of speech, but you do have some consequences to the things you say. And when I looked at Bad Bunny, I didn't know who he was last year, because when they announced it, I didn't know who he was. But Bad Bunny is a global star. He's on the same level as Beyonce. We just don't know who he is because we don't listen to music in other languages. So most Americans, we only speak one language.
That's correct.
English, But honey, I loved every inch of it. I said it was a beautiful rainbow of brown.
It was a really nice
performance. It was from beige to my color up there on that dang on stage, honey. And the white people was probably in the sugar canes underneath. They were out there working the little keyboards and shit. That's what the white folks was. But evidently she didn't consider Lady Gaga white. Shit, they up there doing the lights. They working the lights.
Yeah.
She didn't consider Lady Gaga white.
Clearly,
and then she tried to say
that. I thought to myself, like, didn't I see Lady Gaga? But I was like, here I go. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Look, when Lady Gaga was singing, I swear to God, I didn't know until somebody said she was singing in English. I thought it was in Spanish too.
But the thing is, she's talking about she didn't notice that was her because did she get a facelift or whatever? Jill, didn't you just get a facelift a couple years ago? Like, what are we talking? Like, let's not.
Because as she was sitting there talking, that wasn't the same Jill that I saw.
Let's not.
But let me tell you, I didn't know that lady. I ain't never watched the show. I don't know who she was until the controversy happened. And I'm like, oh. So is that why Ebony K. Williams had problems with them folks?
No, because Jill was gone by then. It was Ramona that Ebony K. Williams had issues with. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say. The deal with New York Housewives is they were ladies from the Upper East Side. period. Ball drop. Like, you know what I mean? The thing with what their belief system and everything, this ain't new.
It's on par.
They came in believing. You know what I mean? Like, it was never. Yeah, it was that, like, even and I feel like we went through the season of Obama and everything. It was never none of that. Caroline, that was the one who
mixed.
Huh?
Is that the one that's mixed?
No. Caroline was the princess. She was like JFK Jr.'s like cousin or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know, she had some type of dealing with, but she was on there, and it was during then that was, so she was kind of big for that, even with Hillary in the presidency. However, what I'm saying in general is that the premise of them just being presented was they were women from the Upper East Side. You would have to be, even at the time that they came out, I don't know, clueless to not kind of understand whatever their politics was. But at that time, we weren't looking at Housewives for their politics per se.
I still don't, because if I do, I'm not going to be able to get past it. There's so many. If a lot of people, if y'all don't know, not y'all, but who's watching, like a lot of y'all's faves, more than likely you don't align with them politically or religiously or so happy. So I don't watch the show for those reasons. Obviously, if they do something completely outlandish, I'm of course going to be good on them completely. But I just try not to get consumed by that, because if that's the case, then I won't have anything to watch at all.
That's correct.
Literally.
So with Jill's exit was more so about her having a beef with Bethany. So Bethany, she is an OG, is an original from New York cast. However, she was kind of like the what do you call them? The
underdog.
The underdog, yes, the underdog, right? She didn't have what they have. She didn't marry big, you know. She was scraping around, building her business, right? They was making fun of her, driving her, you know, branded car. Which, oddly enough, she's doing this in a time where it wasn't something that was popular. Like today, you'll see people in their branded cars, but when she did it, that she was one of the first people that was kind of doing that thing. Either way, sold that company to Jim Beam, honey, made that $43 million and came back making more money than all of them.
Margarita. Mm-hmm.
And so with that being said, her and Jill ended up having a big falling out. And a lot of it centered around what looks and appeared to be Bethany having this rise, right? Because as she's making this money, she's got, and she the Bravo Golden Girl. She's one of the first girls before Candy that was on Bravo and flipped her housewife check into a multi-million-dollar deal. Mm-hmm. And so her and Jill fell out. So after that, they let Jill go because Jill really didn't have much of a storyline except for get rid of Bethany. They wasn't getting rid of Bethany because at the time, Bethany was the cash cow for New York. And so that's Jill's claim to fame, start and finish, and now, and ever since then, she's been doing whatever she can to get her ass back somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and now she has completely failed at that, which is what we really are saying. But I feel like you girls really just validated what I said in a sense of if you are one that knows Jill from those times, then you know what I am saying when I say she was trying to pull a Bethany and she was trying to be quick with it, funny. Oh, there's not even any white people, like she was.
It didn't seem funny to me. It seemed very shady and very intentional.
I just say it was funny to me What I'm saying is she was trying to be funny because that's what Bethany Stitch had been. Now, Bethany, because like you said, we learned some of their politics and especially in today's climate, it does mean just a little bit more than it used to. With that being said, maybe some of the stuff she say today ain't as funny as it used to be, right?
Yeah.
But there were times when, like I said, she had the one-liners and and also again, because she represented the underdog when she would have her one-liners and zingers at those ladies, it was something that the audience resonated with because again, these are these Upper East Side women. They've always been who they've been. Ain't nobody changed. Everybody else changed, not them. When it's all said and done,
they're just not dumb enough to say it out loud, which is why you have the Luanns and I want to say Sonia and a couple of them were sure to get on the hotline and make it clear where their allegiance stood or what they were in support of by putting these indirect posts the next day, making sure that they weren't viewed in the same light because they wanted to keep their job.
right.
And oh well, Jill, now you showed your hand and now Dorinda has your job instead.
And I don't know if that's any better because Dorinda gonna get drunk and cuss all them hoes out.
Exactly.
But it will be good entertainment.
Exactly. Yep.
She gonna cuss them all out, okay? Like you got the right one, baby.
Yeah.
So what else? You got something else to add to it for Miss Jill Zarin, honey?
Bye-bye.
Okay. What in the words of Miss Giselle, she dug her own grave and jumped in it. Okay.
Yep.
And jumped in that mug. Now let me see if I can get the Married to Medicine reunion chart up on the screen. I thought I had it in the chat already. Okay, here we go. So now we have come across the time. Married to Medicine has filmed their reunion. We've already kind of said how we thought it was a little bit early, but let's talk about the seating arrangements. So I think it's been verified. This is the first time that it's not Simone or Jackie in the first chair. And so we have Quad and Toya in first chair. So what are we thinking about that, ladies?
I was surprised. Because I'm like, you know how we were saying, like, during the season and Quad's whole IVF journey, I said she was fading to the back. Remember? Because we weren't really getting too much until her and Simone got into it. But it wasn't, I'm like, so what's going to happen? So are her and Toya going to have some big falling out or something? Because I just didn't see her being, I just thought it was going to be Simone and Jackie up there. Or either it could have been, Simone and Quad, maybe because they got into it. So it leads me to think that there's something that's going to happen. Because I don't understand this with Quad, other than them wanting to know about her and King breaking up.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought. I thought that Quad for sure got that first chair, not just because of the IVF journey, but I do think it was more so about her and King being broken up. Because we talked about it during our previous reviews. I had already kind of mentioned, I think around Christmas time, whenever those episodes were coming out, I'm like, I don't really think they together no more because I'm not seeing any of the, couples posts that you generally would see. And then also, as they did confirm the breakup, Quad is now leaning on which I can't stand this from reality stars, but girl, do your thing. Well, that was months ago, and it was like, Okay, so then that leads me to go all the way back to that episode we just watched where it looked like we really did watch a breakup, right? Because I don't know how you have the conversation we just saw them have about the IVF journey, and then you continue to be a couple after that. I'm not really sure how that happens. And so, girl, you think we ain't see that already? Because they showed it, you know?
Because the writing was on the wall, honey. Because the way he was even coming off in those confessionals, I was like, because you know, people were getting upset, like, damn, quiet, this might not be the man for you. The way he
wasn't.
And I didn't like how he came down in the comments. I said, oh, his ass is being zesty now. You to come down in the comments how much you left that situation. We know nothing. She ain't said nothing. No bitch done came out of the bushes. And you gonna come down here, like Dr. Heavenly said, he's looking for attention.
Well, I mean, of course, he's looking for something. You know what I mean? Like something, because to your point, all it was up until that point was just speculation. And that's all it needed to be. Like when everybody say that they can't have no privacy, that's a damn lie. Because all you got to do is be fucking private. Like, it's not that many people that's really creeping around trying to figure out what you're doing before you even do it. Generally, they there to catch you while you doing it, you know. And so, yeah, you could have kept that quiet. And yeah, it looked a little whatever. Like I'm wondering what it was behind the scenes that would, and maybe it was the reunion, because that's the deal. You think possibly he probably didn't go to the reunion.
I think definitely not. Now with all this getting all this into account, no. He
so maybe that's what it was that got him to get so, you know,
animated,
yeah, you know, in this
and they were shady and like, you know, extended an opportunity for him to speak his piece or whatever via a message or something like that. I feel like Bravo's kind of shady like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if they like contacted him to get like some remarks from him.
I don't know. I feel like his zestiness was because they did not contact him. I think to your point, you know, I don't, like you say, Bravo is shady, and I mean, okay, but at the end of the day, I do think that I don't necessarily see them contacting him for the reunion. You know what I mean? If he's not with the lady anymore, you know what I mean? Like that it's her story to tell, whatever it is that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They brought Apollo. Well, no, maybe because Phaedra brought Apollo. Never mind.
Yeah, right. It was her that had to invite. And I think that's what we forget about housewives when it comes to their husbands in general. You know, like one thing, going back to Married to Medicine, one thing that we like about Married to Medicine, that even though they are not housewives per se, but they're in the housewife universe, what we like about them and what sets them apart is the participation of their husbands for the ones that have husbands. And then the participation of the husbands with each other. Like, I know I enjoy seeing the male scenes. I enjoy seeing their scenes together. I enjoy seeing their scenes as couples. You know, the way that they all integrate as couples, as a friend group. Which is much different than the housewife formula. Like, this is a formula that is kind of its own.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind even seeing that. I think the only thing we don't get is the men never have solo confessionals. And sometimes I wouldn't even mind them having solo confessionals sometimes, just to really get their true unfiltered thoughts on certain situations. I know sometimes with housewives, I want to say, we get solo men.
Yeah, because Ralph had one.
Yeah, I'm like saying Todd in my head right now. But yeah, I think that would be one thing I wouldn't even mind on this show, to your point.
Okay. I don't know how I thought about the men having their own confessionals, because I think I like them being like separate but included. You know what I mean? Like at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that they play their roles very well. You know,
Absolutely.
King and right.
Girl, I used to like you, King. I don't know now. Did you hear when Toya said she's just as much as friends with King as she is Quad?
That better not turn into anything. That otherwise we have a repeat of the last 2 seasons if it does with that dynamic.
Yeah.
Dangerous territory.
Yeah.
So do you think that Toya and Quad have a big blow up and that's why they sitting across from each other? Or is it just that Toya has been so messy this season and that has gotten her, and I guess maybe they want to shake the girls up. I don't know.
Did you see the clip? Because Toya is going to be the host of the Med Gala.
Yes, I did see the
Quad.
We have it saved if we want to play some audio, but yes, I do have the clip.
Okay, you can play it.
That's so wild.
Yeah, see the clip.
Yeah,
and
but
it was quite hilarious,
yes.
right?
For the one who didn't want to pay, want everybody else to pay now.
Yeah, like how the tables turn.
It's so cringy.
How's that with her cheap techie ass?
Now I realize how much it is, how important it is. Like, oh, really? You didn't realize that before? You know?
Yes. Was that 2,500, right?
Okay.
2,500 flat.
We got a clip, y'all. Let's run it.
Here's my thing. I want to do this in the most professional way possible. So I want to talk about the Met Gala contribution. When we came up with the number of how much it was going to cost to do the actual event, it was actually the same as last year, $2,500. Divide that by 9. 2,000. The $2,500 from last year. That I asked everybody to pay last year. Isn't that something? We didn't get $2,500 from everybody. No. And who did we not get the $2,500 from? You did. Oh, me? From me. Look, first topic is the concern of last year and the last 3 years of me being difficult. I'll get your number. And I am not going to make any excuses. Now that I'm the host of this event, I recognize to do it together and everybody to just fall in line, it's important. And so I owe you guys an apology. I'm sorry. Or we might just need to do you like you did us and stand up for this one. And then we can pick it back up next year. Can we have a little pause?
Listen, I'm mad at Miss Quad. Miss Quad, you got it, because ain't that it? Like, maybe we could do the same thing you did.
Right.
Because when Dr. Jackie did it, when Dr. Heavenly talked about, the behind scenes stuff, she said her and Dr. Jackie came out of more than $13,000 to put that on. And then Toya wanted to use the wine or whatever she was selling
for free.
Yeah. And so therefore, and I think in the previous year, she donated some dresses and as her contribution. So I'm like, I'm with Quad. I'm definitely with Quad.
What they wasn't asking for is what it was. They asking for a monetary amount, and you decided to forego that for something else.
And then argue about it. Then had Dr. Eugene up there arguing. Remember, Dr. Heavenly got on the mic and said, who didn't pay?
Which was crass, but we get it. We get it.
because Dr. Heavenly said that she went up there, they was going to give the mic to Toya to speak. And it's like, oh, hell no. And she ain't pay.
And I don't blame her.
I can still hear that.
So are we thinking that Toya and Quad, like, this is the, like, catapults to them having a huge falling out with each other?
I can't say that I believe it just based off of all these context clues as much as right now I'm more so siding with their individual contributions to the season overall. I feel like it's just why that they got to be placed in those positions, and for a general shakeup as well. I have to see a couple more episodes to really think that because of something that happens between them two per se.
It's funny that they would choose this season to somehow decide first chair based off of who had the most context, when that had not been any other time before. I mean, clearly that is what happened. But again, I'm wondering if it's got more to do with something that happened towards the end of the season that we haven't seen quite yet.
I'm open to it. I don't know.
I also feel like that Quad may be, since Dr. Heavenly is trying to be all pulled up because she's running for office, that Quad may be Dr. Heavenly's little tag dog now.
Okay.
And is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let me give Quad her props, because after her Watch What Happens run, and when Andy asked her a question, she answered it. And let me tell you something, Heavenly got the right one if she was gonna pick any of them, So listen, Quad, do your thug this, okay?
I do think that's true though, because as much as people want to say that Heavenly does Jackie's bidding, or Heavenly's always having something to say and stuff like that, which is true. But at the same time, I don't ever really see many people, if anybody, coming to her defense. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong with Quad, speaking in support of her friend or whatever. Everybody else want to do it, so why not?
Yeah,
everybody needs somebody, honey.
And I feel like they're the only other two that would make sense then. If it's not going to be Jackie and Simone, they're the only other. It's not going to be Mimi. It's not going to be Brandi.
We saw this past week. I'm so glad you brought up Jackie and Simone, because it looks like we're about to watch a real breakup. Even though as of today, I believe Simone did refollow Jackie, right?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe as of today.
So how do they do that? How do we know when people follow and unfollow?
People are stalkers and like just look and see like, oh, this person's subscriber count has changed. Like,
that's the only way, is that you go to a person's following count and then type in a person's name. It becomes like, and you can now. There's a way, which I don't know. There's a way for you to private, people being able to see, and then so it limits the number of people able to see. But who has time for any of it?
Spam accounts. That's who, not the regular person, doesn't have time to micromanage people's subscriber count. They probably watch and see, oh my God, it went down by one. Let me go type in the person's wife's name. Let me make sure it's not. They probably think of all the people that it possibly could be that are like hot topics and are like, oh my God. Yep.
That's so funny, because I always wonder, who are the people that found that out though?
I have nothing else to do but run these fan pages.
And what made you go and find that out? Like, why did you go and look for that information on somebody else's account?
I would never. Oh my God.
But I mean, listen, the follow and the unfollow doesn't mean one thing. He needs, here nor there, because I think that the way I look at Simone and Dr. Jackie for that much, but Simone more so. I don't think Simone really play with them girls like in TV land. I think that she takes things very serious with them.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how or why did she pull Dr. Jackie in it. I mean, because I feel like
Dr. Jackie in it since the beginning, since Dr. Jackie first started being friends with Dr. Heavenly.
So she's just upset that she's friends with her then, and probably has a stronger friendship than they did.
Yeah. Right. They went over a year or some long amount of time without even speaking or like barely speaking.
The graduation party.
Yeah.
Simone is like she will live with a chip on her shoulder. Like I recognize that about her.
Mm-hmm.
Circle. Obviously, I don't know her in real life, but
like that's why I call it. She don't play TV with them.
It's unforgiving. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because
you're not gonna be able to do some stuff like for TV, you know what I mean, like or for the whatever, and then think you coming back over here like and we cool, like no. And I think she meant like when it comes to Jackie. It feels like it's the same thing that everybody says, which is wanting to see Jackie have a stance or I don't want to use the word choose a side, but for lack of better words, that's what it feels like they want to see her do is choose a side when it comes to Heavenly and Simone.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, but like with your real friend group, I done had two friends to fall out, and I didn't choose a side. I didn't. I mean,
how did they deal with you?
How we still
how did those two deal with
me? And like we all were, because like we've been friends since kids. So we I hung with one and I hung with the other. Them two went fucking with each other. Period. And it messed up the friend group for real, because some did choose a side, kind of sort of, because one was a sister to the other. So I could understand why the one person was upset, but I wasn't going to stop talking to my friend because those two are into it. I just was not. I could, I said what my piece was about the whole situation, but I just was not getting into it because I don't know when they're going to get back to talking. And it took a while. It took for somebody's parent to pass away.
Oh, yeah. See? No, I do think there's certain situations where you can play that role and be neutral. There's other situations I feel like where it's like literally a right and wrong. Like you gotta kind of choose. And I think it also depends too. Like you said, y'all were friends since y'all were younger and stuff. It's different with Jackie, Simone, and Heavenly because Jackie and Simone go as far as back as childbirth. Didn't Jackie
deliver Michael?
Yeah, Michael and stuff like that. So they go back for real. Whereas with Heavenly, that's like a more adult. They've gotten to be friends in their adult years within the last 12 years or whatever. So I feel like it's different to where Simone would probably be like, well, we go way back. Like, how dare you put her and her word before me and my word. And I also think just in general, that just takes a certain mature person to not to be able to stand and be neutral and be able to separate the two. I don't feel like Simone is at that place right now. I think she's like, yeah, it's up and it's stuck with her with everything right now in life. Like she's not, she's unmoving on a lot of L's in life. She ain't gonna take down one more L. She don't care who it comes from. friends, her kids. Like she's had it. So
she's gonna take it on Dr. Heavenly because it is up and it's stuck. Because that tweet she tweeted out under Heavenly's post, I said, "Well, damn, where do we go from here?"
What did she tweet? What did she? I think I missed that.
She tweeted. I took a picture of it because Dr. Heavenly had posted. Yes, I did reality TV. I was golden at it. But this is personal. I'm professional. I show up, stood in my truth, and built something powerful. Now my community needs me, and the same bold, smart, fearless woman you saw before will be golden in Congress. You know, and it's Dr. Heavenly for Georgia. And here goes Dr. Simone. Your community is not interested in a fool.
Yep.
Never has been, never will be. They are better than you. Hold on, Lord have mercy.
Oh.
Than you.
Went in.
I can't, girl. I don't know what that was. To be, like a cutoff. God damn it.
They are better. They are better than you aspire to be.
Aspire. That's what it is. Okay. I can't. Like when I took the picture, I didn't get all of it. Mm-hmm. It's disappointing that a fool who clowns on social media is thinking that she can bring the same foolery to Congress. Enough is enough. And I can't see what the last
we
one.
Add to it. And we can't add to it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more so I'm more so concerned with is this really Heavenly saying she's, you know, she done with it? Because that's really gonna change.
You know, show. I feel like that's more so what I read into it. That
you said it in her live. She done with
yeah, I did. I thought that was her kind of announcing her exit, which is funny that more people picked up on what Simone had to say. But with that being said, you know, I think we brought this up on our last live. I get it. Heavenly has, you know, whatever. These people feel the way they do about her antics. And, you know, like we said, it seems to be that there's a group of ladies who decided they're going to support Heavenly and they're going to, you know, allow her to kind of get through this season the way she needs to for this campaign. And there is another group of ladies who said, fuck that.
Well, you know, I think like this, like what Heavenly said on her Patreon, on Carlos' Patreon, she said they big mad. They all mad. She said, I feel like they mad because you know, Toya got that $3 million home and need to be paid for it. And bitch, you quitting? You running for something? Because you know, if she wins, she's not going to be on the show anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, and she feel like she's going to win. So,
yeah, that's
so my point would be, what I want to ask is does it look good with Dr. Simone? Because this is the part that disappoints me with Simone. It's like, let this lady go ahead and be. Yeah. Whether you agree with the antics she's pulled on this show, you know what I'm saying?
Because what about her antics as a doctor?
In which we're gonna, you know, that we are in. Do you really truly believe that she would have the best and the better interest? Not, let me take best out of it and just put the better interests, you know. Mm-hmm. And even if you wasn't in support of what she was doing, wouldn't it be best to just sit back and say nothing?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with her response, I don't know how to feel about that. Because it's just kind of like, we ain't talking about like student council. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, it's no coming back from that. I don't feel like,
you know, it's a little bit different. And again, I know I've been watching the show as long as Heavenly been on there. I get what it is, but yet for some reason, none of that has me questioning whether she could be a good representative or not.
Yeah, I think I said that the other day, where it's like, if that's the case, then we should be side-eyeing all of you guys and be shutting down all y'all's practices.
Exactly.
No you get any injections or anything from any of y'all. If that's the case, if we're really gonna take y'all's behaviors from this show and then compare it to real life, then none of y'all would have anything to your name. So
especially Dr. Contessa, square up hoe.
Exactly.
Contessa again.
See, and I feel like also, like, would you also still not endorse her, Simone, if y'all were in a good space still? If you guys were still friends in your eyes, would you still have these same feelings? If that's a yes, or if that's a no, if you still would endorse her if you guys were in a good space, then what you're saying right now is invalid. You're just basing what you're saying right now on your own personal feelings, and policy and all that's supposed to be bigger than just you as an individual. So yeah, just be quiet.
Because she contributed to her campaign, Dr. Heavily said.
Yeah. So
and see, and that sound like a double-sided person, though.
Yeah.
You know, which is it? You know, like, you don't think she has what it takes, or do you? You know, like, because if you put your money behind her, that would say that you did, right?
Now you're mad, so you want to take it back. Like, that's
yes, and try to ruin her, because I think the primary is coming up.
Yeah.
So I guess they don't want her to win the primary.
There's other politicians out here you should be trying to take down.
Exactly.
So it's funny that you mentioned that, because just as you were saying that, my face was scrunching up, because I was just thinking, like, if they had this many, like, antics, they could have pulled this shit out there for work alone.
Go bigger, please. Go bigger. Like, way other people you should be going at right now.
Like, why would you wait for little Heavenly? Like,
exactly. And then my question is too, they just did film the reunion. So she posted this. So this let me know they didn't solve everything at the reunion.
Do they ever? Okay.
Yeah, they try to play nice for the next season.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because it was unwarranted. She didn't have to go on underneath her post and write nothing.
No, she didn't. She didn't.
She could have said it at the on screen.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think any of the other. I think every other lady is sitting in their rightful spots. I think we was just really wanting to talk about that first share, and this new development between Simone and Heavenly, and just what it means for Married to Medicine. I'm not used to Married to Medicine having this much kind of like discord in between their seasons, in a sense. I mean, the little petty stuff, but again, I think more so for me, it's really just about letting Heavenly see this campaign through. And as fairly as that could be, without her own castmates.
Yeah.
If that was the public that was having this to say, that would be what it is, right? But it's your own castmates that kind of seem like, I think I said it. It seems very haterish, like you're being a hater, Simone. And yeah, it don't
surround sound. It doesn't look good at all.
And I'm not the biggest Heavenly fan, but it just is what it is. I am always here for somebody who would even think to go into public service in a way like that. You know what I mean? Like, to take that on, and especially to be on the same side as at least what I feel like I'm on. I'm supportive of that.
Because her platform is insurance, things in the medical field.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
And
the doctor,
the girl who is and look, what have I been calling myself? Oh, displaced, honey. Like at the moment.
Mhm.
Listen, these rental prices and stuff, somebody do need to be speaking up for us because it is ridiculous out here. It is hard out here for a pimp. Okay.
girl, that market rate, they have the FBI investigating that the market rate
As they should.
because it's ridiculous.
It is. It is.
I had no idea how high it was.
I don't know where the hell they think people coming on.
I don't know. I have not a clue. It's insane. It's everywhere.
Okay, you gotta mix the baking soda with the what?
Girl, me and they trying to bring it back. Cook it on up. Let it rock up, girl.
I mean, I don't know what you getting this money from, but it's hard out here for a pimp. And if anybody can go and help, talk about the cost.
I could care less about the Yo Mamas. Yes, if you're gonna actually instill some changes in my everyday life, that's what I care about.
Because guess what? If not, Yo Mama. Okay.
Exactly.
Girl.
Yeah, it's crazy. Seriously
Yeah,
crazy.
honey. So I just would have loved to have seen them really just support her a little bit differently. I expected a little shade, but I think at this moment it feels like like I say, it's going into this haterish type of territory. And I'm really liking that. It don't look good on the Married to Medicine girls. Leave that for the housewives. Come on back into your graceful bag, okay?
Yeah, maybe it's happening because, maybe this is happening because it's supposed to happen to show us, maybe this is why people are saying that we need more of a cast shakeup on the show. Maybe to put some of these old beefs to bed and stuff like that, and to quiet some of this discourse. Maybe the Jackies or the Simones or certain people don't need to necessarily be on the show anymore. I feel like I've been seeing that a lot in the comment sections and stuff.
I like Dr. Jackie on the show. I really do. I mean, she's the one who brings the
medicine.
Yeah, the medicine and the.
That's all she bringing.
I mean, but everybody don't need to be so messy. Everybody has their role to play, and
we need
so. And if Dr. Heavily leaves, I wonder who's going to do that.
That would be my question about the cast shakeup. Okay, for me, I think I've already made this clear. For me, it would be Quad. Quad is the one that actually can go. And maybe they can bring in somebody else, or maybe not. But I do think that Married to Medicine, they have a way of having their own community banter, whatever. It's kind of like OC and the rest of the housewives. Orange County is not like the rest of the housewives at all. It's like they on the island by themselves for whatever reason. They do the same shit that the other ones do, but
right down the highway.
Different about them. And I think that's the same thing with Married to Medicine. So I would love to know, what does a cast shakeup even look like on that particular cast, because it's not this cast that's like a you just plug people in. You have to kind of be in the field, not just be in the field, be willing to even want to do this shit.
Exactly.
So I think they move pretty well. And again, they work because with the drama, they still have that medicine portion, which separates them from that regular housewife like
Yes.
formula, you know what I mean? But Quad has always been the wild card, unfortunately. And I think that's the running joke, even with her, is that she's still here. I'm still here, you know.
Yes.
Still here, you know, because I think it has been something for a long time, especially once she got the divorce from Greg, that fans were asking, like, well, why is she still on here? She not married to Medicine. I just think that she could go because I don't think she has a genuine tie to the cast, in which I think everyone else does. Now, if I'm wrong about that, then fine, you know, and throw it all out the window. But I don't think I am. I think that she comes in when it's time to film. So Angel just failed because she didn't know what to do. Maybe she should have talked to Quad. But
I heard that Angel, no, she did have a lot more scenes and commentary and stuff like that, but for some reason they've been editing her down. That's
you talking about Angel Married to Medicine, or because
God
was referencing from
oh God, I put her out my mind so much. I
know. I was just referencing that she was treating those girls like they was a 9 to 5.
I did not have to think about her till Sunday. Yeah, no, oh my God. No. To your point, I feel like this cast does work well together, and honestly, I appreciate a cast that can kind of stay together for multiple seasons, because I feel like that's something that does a lot of the shows a disservice when they continue to shake it up every single season and they can't really get a good rapport going. I do agree about that. I feel like when it comes to Quad, though, at this point, because she has been around them for so long, I think it does make sense to have her like there. I understand why she's there now, but if she was a stranger that was just coming in right now, then no, I wouldn't feel like that. I would be like, yeah, you're kind of the odd person out. But I've been seeing people saying that in the comment section, like, okay, maybe this is why it's not exactly working all the way, because we need to switch certain people out. Certain people are just, serving as placeholders and whatnot. So I can see both sides.
And what you got to say, Miss Angela?
Well, I just like to see the doctors who would actually fill Dr. Simone's and Dr. Jackie's shoes, because it's probably a lot of doctors who just won't do it.
Well, Contessa, we don't see
Or do y'all want to see anybody who previously was on? Would you guys want to bring anybody back? I know a lot of times people want to see like Audra, for instance, come back, and those.
Audra for sure could come back. Usually I'm not big, okay, but I'm gonna treat Married to Medicine like they different than the Housewives, because generally when you fail, you fail. But Audra actually could come back. Her fail was kind of, what did I say about, it's the number one rule in Housewives, and if you do this, you're not coming back another season. When you are hell-bent on like a particular thing that you're trying to prove, and Audra was exposing Toya. Like she clearly had known whatever the audience felt about Toya, the castmates and all of that. So that whole thing at the Christmas, when she, blurted out all of that stuff, it was kind of like the VIN number with Simone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, what? Like, why do you know this information?
I loved it though. I loved it because Toya got on my nerves calling her out about her champion clothes.
Yeah, a lot of people did, and she knew that because that's the deal, right? But all I'm saying is it was kind of like digging your own grave too, because that's a little too thirsty. Because you can't talk about how unbothered you are when you come. You know what I'm saying? With all of this, girl, you're not that unbothered. You got the whole damn biography, memorized. You know what I mean? Like, you're not that unbothered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
she knew exactly how much it sold for and everything.
her and her husband. And
Mhm.
so for that, I do think that they could come back. I think she came in hot and she could use another chance.
Okay.
Oh no, that was on Potomac. Okay, so never mind with that one. Who else? Who else came through Married to Medicine?
Alicia, Anila.
No, never Alicia. Never. Was Alicia? Alicia was the one who
the dark skinned girl
was the African, right?
He was.
Yeah. No, never.
I didn't mind her, but there was a lot of stuff that everybody's marriage works for them. Theirs would not work for me, but
yeah.
So the problem with Alicia was that, right? Mm-hmm. She was in a marriage that she wanted for somebody to feel a certain way about, but she knew that nobody would feel that way. And instead of you being confident about the marriage you in, because it's your marriage, she seemed a little shaken. Yeah, so no.
Yeah,
girl,
I think I think there's more undiscovered individuals in that area that probably could be a good fit. I would say, just based off of certain people.
It wasn't half bad, but Bravo can't have too many black shows on their station, so like. Once start to get a little good, honey, they gonna take it right away. Like, cause it's been quite a few. Like, I like Martha's Vineyard, the Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. I like the Southern Charm, New Orleans. Like, that was good. The Tankards, we can go all the way back to the Tankards, honey. Bring the Tankards back.
Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball with a couple shows that I feel like should have got another season or two at least. But exactly.
You know how they do us, honey. And then invited our Ebony K. Williams over there to the New York Housewives, and now she got to take the blame for the whole damn franchise going down. Ain't that a bitch?
That was really foul.
That was foul how they did her, honey. Like, she got to take the whole damn fall. And listen, and I can't do nothing but allow that to be what it is, because that is what it is. However, what I'm gonna say is I watched it and it was kind of like I said, the writing was all over the wall. It's just what happens when I use this for us. We are not meant to be in every space. So sometimes when they ain't inviting us, let them have their shit, right? Like, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Like those girls over in Rhode Island who running around asking where all the black people at.
Not there.
I'm sure it's a few, but do we want to see them on Real Housewives of Rhode Island? You know what I'm saying? Like, not really, right? Because they we want to see what they known for, and it ain't.
Yeah. You start to. There's definitely a magic touch I feel like people have to have in order to orchestrate the right type of cast, because just putting even just one wrong person on a ensemble cast will land us a whole different other type of show. So yeah, a lot goes into, I feel like, curating these casts.
Yeah,
And sometimes they get it right, and sometimes they get it wrong.
To Beverly Hills, the Asian girl.
But
Yeah, like
I was like, I feel like she was on some blogs or something
yeah.
recently, or maybe it was the girls trip thing. I think she might have been there for that. I don't know. Anyway,
I can't remember her on the girls trip.
no, the upcoming the road. I want to say she might.
Yeah, honey. But yeah, they like I say, sometimes we don't need to be invited. Let these people have their shit and move on. Like and as far as a viewer, you know, sometimes it just is beneficial to watch things from the lens in which it's given to you. You know what I'm saying? Like not to look for what's not given to you. You know, like that's just it. Like, you know, like even with New York, I just got to, like I said it even when it happened. And not that I had not been happy, you know, for it to happen, you know, for her to get on the show. But what I did say is like, and this is coming from somebody who watched that show from the beginning. And so I'm thinking, not one time had I watched the episode of Housewives of New York and thought, where are all the black people? You know, like, of course I know it's black people in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because this particular show of 5 women, you know, like didn't have one that was, it didn't skew. I mean, for me, I had a very clear understanding of what it was I was watching. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like in general, like I didn't think anything different. And so when I saw Ramona flip out right on national television, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the talk of race talk was too much for her, because that's really what it happened. Like, this lady pretty much had a panic attack on camera. Like, that's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, she did that because y'all, you know, forced this environment in on her. And I'm not saying one is at fault or not. All I'm saying is, who asked for this? Like, you know, like all of it, like the world is falling apart, and you decided we gotta, you know, we gotta Housewives of New York. You know, the world is like, yeah, nobody even asked for that, you know, and so it's unfortunate for Ebony because she has to take the brunt. Because listen, I call a spade a spade. Yeah. Ebony did come in and she wanted to educate these people on something they were not trying to be educated about. Like that's it. Huh?
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely. I feel like
that's it.
I have a
Nobody
question.
asked you to take them to Harlem. They was just fine these whole 12 years, never venturing into Harlem.
So when they brought Ebony, because I never watched the show really. So when they brought Ebony on that show, was she even married?
No, Ebony's never been married.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So she had her daughter.
The blueprint.
I knew that. I thought maybe she had been divorced or something, but I don't know.
You're saying, Quad, why don't you put MBK Williams around?
When you say that, I feel like maybe she had gotten married and divorced.
I don't remember that.
For some reason, I'm going with no. But then now I'm kind of thinking maybe it was something, but something real like quick and you know what I mean? Like nothing.
I just wonder why they picked her then.
I think that, you want me to tell you why they picked her? Oh, let me tell you. Well, because we was in the middle of the pandemic, right? And every company in America was scrambling to incorporate what I guess they now identify as DEI. You know, was looking to be diverse and inclusive during that time frame. And so, if you go back to this period of time, all of the Bravo shows. That going back to Oh Girl, I was talking about coming in. They had a minority come on every single housewife. Outside of the ones that didn't need any minorities, right? Because they already minorities. You know, okay, like you look, you following what I'm saying? And so that's what Ebony came in at. Which Ebony is a lawyer. So as far as like on paper, she stands with the ladies. Because again, what we talking about is these ladies from the Upper East Side, they own their apartments and all of this stuff. So she held her own like weight with them. But again, she is pro-Black all the way.
And they were not open to hearing any of that.
Okay.
I mean, right. That's what shows when she wanted to take them, she took them to Harlem. And it's this one. I always tell people, if you want to know the demise of that show, just go to the Shabbat dinner. Like in that season that Ebony was in. I don't remember what episode it is. It's maybe in the middle toward the end or something. But it should be called what I'm saying is the Shabbat dinner or Black Shabbat dinner or something like that. And it might be 2 parts, but go to that. And so Ebony decided to invite them to a Shabbat dinner with her Jewish friend. And she kept calling it the Black Shabbat dinner. And Ramona was the one that was like, well, why is it the Black Shabbat? Why is it not just a Shabbat dinner? So Ebony's like, well, it's the Black Shabbat because her friend who's Jewish, has invited her Black friends to celebrate the right. Yeah. And so as they sitting there and they trying to go through the prayers and the things, and honey, Ramona has I don't even know, like again, a breakdown or something. Like she couldn't stop talking to let these people do what it was. She then inserted herself. She's like, oh, well, when I was in college, I was made fun of too. Like she tried to like put herself in the shoes of these people. Yeah, it was. I mean, even her own castmates was embarrassed for her. It was embarrassing. And at the end of the day, even though I think there were some episodes that aired after that, this is the season that they didn't have a reunion. Like they literally cut the season and just cut it. Like didn't have a reunion. And again, whenever New York came back, they came back with a whole nother cast. They didn't bring none of them hoes back. Like none of them. I think more of that was, and it didn't have nothing to do with the Black folks. It was more about the conversation surrounding the Shabbat dinner and not being able to. So going back to when we talk about production and blaming stuff on production and things, like, no, they weren't able to control Ramona. Ramona was in that lady's house acting a plum fool. Like, and it was like, it was embarrassing and sad. Like, even as a viewer, I don't even know these girls, but for me to feel that way about what it is I watched on television, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine what it was like living through that. You know what I'm saying? Like going through that. That lady, I've not seen anybody so uncomfortable with the conversation of oppression, because that's really what it was, and like I said, she kept trying to compare herself to when she was oppressed in college because she didn't look like other girls, so that, again, I always say, like, they didn't have a reunion because what they understood is they weren't going to be able to control Ramona and what she was gonna be able to, what she would say. You know what I mean? And you know how they feel about anything that happens in terms of talking about the Jewish culture, right? It's no holds bars. Everybody is in agreement about that. They only are confused when it happens to Black people.
The issues were
that becomes a question, like, was it really? You know, but when it comes to that, and so yeah, they didn't do anything, never went back.
Yeah, Ramona definitely said different things that she should not, or that she should have been called to the carpet to talk about, but no, that never happened. It never brought them back. The issues were already there, but unfortunately, Ebony K. Williams was like the scapegoat, pretty much, as to what was going on.
She did. That's a great. I love that you pulled that up out your hat, sis, because that's exactly what it was. She ended up being the scapegoat.
Yeah. That's not a cool.
And that's sad. And that's sad. Yeah. And so again, so was I surprised with what Jill said? Not really. I was surprised that anybody decided they was gonna pick the show back up, because I thought we had all agreed, you know, but right.
I think that they had their time, and like when it was good, it was good. But I
agree, for sure.
But there's certain people that just really do love OG Ronin. I feel like a lot of it also has to do with the fact that this the revival hasn't been hitting for what
so
it automatically makes you compare it to the glory days of original OG Ronin, and they're like, oh yeah, let's just bring them back, because thinking it's going to be the same thing. It's not going to give the same thing though, y'all. It's a different period, it's a different era.
You know, I think with the new Ronin, for me, it was more like the first season was like cool. It was like this fresh, you know, cast. Everybody felt like they was on the same playing field. And I think sometimes whenever I describe a cast pickup, that's more like what I would be looking for. It's like you don't really want somebody that's, you know, above the other. You want everybody that, you know, for the same reasons, right? However, the second season they came around and they was having a lot of like just like silly little beef, and then old girl Bree. Yeah, she went over the edge. You know, she went over the edge.
Bye. Your services are no longer needed.
I'll take them old white bitches any day, really, over them. Because again, like I'll say this, and I don't know what this means, because this is not me throwing Ebony under the bus, but Ebony never should have been invited. You know what I mean? I think, and for me, it would. Ebony being there didn't change my mind about Ramona. It changed my mind about what I saw.
Yep. I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, same as what I'm saying. I expected Ramona to be a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that.
Some people don't, though. Some people like really come into these things and they're like, oh, I am shocked that that's really how you think about this or that. Like, I am shocked that you're, you know, XYZ. Like, yeah. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too aware of my surroundings.
I'm not shocked at all.
Well, especially when you're in a certain tax bracket, because even when you talk about just being, you know, this, like if your money is somewhere, then I understand that whatever it is I'm thinking about, you're not thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so
there's a lot of rich liberals though
talking about exemptions and things. You know what I mean?
But there's still a lot of rich liberals. I think a lot of the when you talk about Trump supporters or whatever, you got a lot of trash as Trump supporters,
which is wild to me. Yeah.
Yes, very wild. So, I have some people like you got the evangelical right that believe, the Father to get to heaven, you got to be Republican.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then they got the Antichrist running it. But anyways, that I feel like when it comes to them kind of people and the women, because I seen it with, when Hillary was running, and I thought she was a shoo-in. I really did. I'm like, got a chance. And one of my friends' mother, who is white, used to take her dad down to the VFW. He was in his 90s or whatever. And she said, the white lady told me, she said, I'm scared. I said, for what? She said, them people is voting for him. I said, get out of here. She said, I'm not lying. She said, I take my dad down there and I hear them talk. Mm-hmm. She said, and they are on board. So when it comes to everything, this here is mine first, point blank, for those type of people. So whenever they see us as probably less than, then this is what they're going for. It don't matter what. They had a whole fit about Obama wearing a tan suit, but this man can act a fool and everything is okay. So this preservation is first because you see how they're acting about just the Super Bowl halftime. Rainbow of brown.
Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna say this in my unpopular opinion way. I did find it ironic, right? It's very ironic that the state of where we are today, right, feels like there's this war from the ICE people against the very people who were literally just represented at the largest concert. Nobody's concert gets bigger than the halftime Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back to say to myself, because I do find myself kind of saying, well, who voted for him? You know what I mean? Because it feels like you got so many people that are at least presenting outrage, right? You know what I'm saying? But
but they went behind there and voted for him.
That's my point, though, right? That's what I mean. And do you feel the irony? There's an irony in that.
Yeah, because you remember the first time.
Too many people who picked him to be the performer at the Super Bowl, all of the people who are involved of this whole thing that make up the Super Bowl.
Jay-Z.
It's not just Jay-Z, right?
Well, he had the biggest opinion.
Owners and things, right? You know what I'm saying?
But they're
saying though, they can't make up a collective that are all against this thing. It don't even make sense in numbers. Yeah, but one thing about the Super Bowl, they're going global. So this year they're having 9 games out of the country. This year it was this season was 2. So, and they recognize that they said the the South American countries, the Spanish speaking, they are some of the biggest consumer of the NFL. They're the biggest consumers of a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So they brought forth the artist that is the global artist. But see, even though we had ain't that what they always do though? That's what don't get me confused with the way that you were ain't it the very first Super Bowl show was Michael Jackson. It don't even get no bigger or global. It don't even get no more global than Michael Jackson. You know, and that's in 1993. We are in 2026. But you got to think, they're talking about Bad Bunny not being American, right? So they say, because some of them don't even know that Puerto Rico is a part of the territories. But we had
We had the Rolling Stones, who are not American. You know, the Rolling Stones are not American. They perform. Bad Bunny performed before at the Super Bowl with Shakira and J-Lo. And Shakira and him sang and he rapped in Spanish. So I'm just like, okay, it's a big deal now.
Well, did Carlos Santana, didn't he do something at the Super Bowl before?
He wasn't no headliner.
Okay.
Shit.
Listen, I could be wrong. Go ahead.
He ain't no damn Beyonce. But remember, they had a problem with Beyonce when all the women came out there in formation. She was too black. They said, oh, they just figured out Beyonce black.
Mm-hmm.
They was mad. I didn't even see nothing wrong with it. I was like, what everybody upset about?
No, they were talking about the Black Panther. It was
what about that? Look like
costume. Mm-hmm.
I didn't get Black Panthers out of that period. I just thought, oh, this is black. Afros. I mean,
well, baby, you should have saw me in my house as soon as them Coachella lights came up and that band started playing.
Facts.
Look, fangirling out, yes.
You would have thought I was at Coachella myself. I'm in the house like, oh my God.
Right.
You would have yes. But see, but that's what I mean. Like, my thing is, when you get the opportunity in these large places to do something like that, like going back to that, like I put these things in line. Beyonce did Coachella in 2018, and she did a HBCU homecoming. Mm-hmm. The only people who knew that off rip were us. You know, like everybody else are just looking at a routine that Beyonce put together, and it's got a baby, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, we all understood, like, what we understood what she was doing, what the breaks meant, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of it. And so with that being said, she was the first Black headliner for Coachella. So to take that time and to introduce an audience to, you know, a culture like a HBCU, and then 2-3 years later, you get your first vice president that graduated from Howard University, who is also an AKA, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of symbolism that I am kind of like, that's what I like to follow.
Yes.
And it's not like, I think that's what we get lost, like when we talk about representation and what we want that to look like. You know what I'm saying? So to your point, like, again, going back to the Bad Bunny performance, I didn't see it. I don't necessarily feel like I need to. I know the music was good because whenever I'm somewhere, I'm going to dance and bop or whatever. However, you doggone right. You get an opportunity to put yourself, you know, at the center, head front, in something that you know is about to get the type of eyes that it's going to get. You better represent your set. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he did a damn good job.
You know what I mean? You better.
And the choreography was done by a Black lady, honey.
I'm sure it was.
Yes. It was nice. I loved it. Even though I don't speak a Spanish, but I understood the whole vibe. I understood it.
It wasn't hard to follow along.
Yes.
They listen to us all over the world. I remember going to France. I tell people that, like, France is the one country that feel like you got to know their language. Like they, and I think a lot of people will tell you about them. Like, they don't like you to not know French or French. You know what I mean? They don't want you to try to be speaking English. With that being said,
like Americans.
Yeah. With that being said, I don't give a damn where you go in France. If they playing some music, they playing some damn American music. And because I remember saying that somewhere, I say, you realize everywhere we go, they playing, you know what I mean, music. Now, you don't want me to speak English, but everything you listening to, you know what I mean, is English. But that's what, like, music is a universal language. That's what I think we kind of forget, you know, when it comes to music and the way that it can bring people together. It's like, it's universal. All it, like you said, like with that, all it takes is some drums, some, you know what I'm saying, some bass, some, you know what I'm saying, some beat. We all moving up in here. Like, what? We don't need to be Dominican, Spanish, or none of that. You talk about a two-step. We've been stepping since when, honey? Like,
no, you're right.
Say what? Let's get it. So I'm glad, you know, I'm glad to. But again, I did find that it's those like little ironic moments that just make me question, like, are we living in like bizarro world or something? Because
Banana Republic, shoot.
Apparently.
Because this don't feel right, you know. It feels like I don't know. This don't make no sense. But Geo girl, you will not see the light of anybody's television screen anytime soon. So
all she had to do is just be quiet,
honey. Now listen, let's scoot on over here to this damn Todd and Candy.
Oh my God. It's just,
it was all a scheme.
Sad. It's just a sad case. Or do we have a, let's see.
What is happening over here? What do y'all think? What do y'all think?
Girl, he over there squatting in that big ass house. Squatting. Girl, squatting, ain't paying shit, trying to be daddy daycare. I wonder
if he's over there now, huh? Like,
I wonder if he bringing that Helen girl up in that house.
Not the Helen girl. That's who. I even said that's her name. Who the hell? How old is Helen? Because who the hell name is Helen?
I said only old black women and white women name is Helen.
Yeah, very random.
That's what I want to know. How old is Helen? Because Helen, like, who's called Helen?
I was very.
He said, well, Candy went around their entire house. Girl, the chef.
I just feel like it's just sad. Like I just like the world's smallest violin just plays in my head when I think about it, because I'm like,
not the world.
Not to say the kids. Don't get me wrong. I would never say that kids are a regret, or I would never say that I don't want anyone's children to be here. But I just still feel like this whole thing could have been avoided. And I mean, at the same time, I can't say that Candy was acting in any place other than with true intentions, but it just sucks that you can go into something with true intentions and the other person can still prove to be ain't shit in the end. Like it sucks. It sucks that this is the place that she landed in with him, and he needs to get out that lady's house.
Yes. I mean, well, I didn't see lives with them on, especially, you know, that Todd in the Glam Squad. They used to have them heated battles back and forth about like him staying out late or whatever in the club and stuff like that. I think also, you know, people always say, well, you know, when did an open marriage or whatever, but it's rules to the shit. And he over there fucking around with the help like T.I. did Tiny. Allegedly.
I just have the rule, like you said, if it was an open marriage, I feel like that probably was mistake number one. You know, it's like, for me, it doesn't make sense that you would have to agree to these things, right? Like to have a marriage, like that seems like too much. But this is me kind of going to like bringing Quad in because we heard infertility thing. And I remember the same thing, me feeling the same way about Candy, when she was going through having her kids, like first Ace, and then when she came around with Blaze. And I thought to myself, like, dang. And I have this same question with any woman anytime this comes up, because I just always wonder, how much do we really do put on God, like, and when do we accept what the answer is, right? You know, so it's like at that time, Riley is saying you working like too much, you woo. She not really caring. You still, so much so, you know, you can't carry your own baby because of whatever, you know, physical issues you have. So you go get a surrogate.
Yeah.
Then surrogate has the baby. And so now you created this dynamic to where you out working and this man is at home with the kids. And so now he's able to really kind of use that against you. Like, so now you feel like you want to fight back because it feels like he's trying to call you a bad mom. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to pay the bills.
But that's the thing, like, because that's what I mean. Like, on the flip side, it's kind of like, but are you? Because at the same time, this is the scenario that was okay until it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like she allowed him to unfortunately get this over on her. It's what, you know, obviously he didn't present it obviously that way to begin with, but with everything you're saying, it's like, yeah, she just has to kind of sit back and be like, damn.
Yeah, but you know, they still have nannies.
Yeah.
They still have nannies. He was just on vacation some damn where.
That's what's crazy is like he's trying to say he wants to all.
Well, you know for sure, Candy is got her ass on Broadway.
Yeah, and she comes back on the weekends.
Yeah,
she comes home.
Mm-hmm.
Ty he was on vacation.
So okay, so that means Broadway shows are twice a day, except on what day? What day is it
she does so many shows in a row, then they get checked, they get a break.
Okay.
I would assume, yeah. That's
and it's going to be over with next month.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's good for her. I hope for her to keep her babies. But all I'm saying is, like,
she's going to be some kind of crackhead to lose her kids.
Like what I was saying about Simone and Cecil in a sense. Like, sometimes it's unfair. It can't be good while the good is getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, until it's not.
Yeah, but I think that he come out with shots fired talking about he was the one who wanted the custody of the kids. I'm talking about Todd.
Yeah, that's
because she was trying to do everything equal.
Let me be fair and let's call a spade a spade. Would it not be? Is it that far-fetched for somebody who feels like they taking care of the kids 80% of the time to want to be the ones with the custody? But I'm just
paying for a nanny and you ain't working. You over there with Helen. Shit, what the fuck I look like? Man, you child support, you give me my money to the damn help. Nah.
Such a wild situation that just didn't have to be.
No.
Like, why? It's just frustrating.
Listen to Mama Joyce. You're right.
Especially when she was giving him everything he wanted. You already had her and Fatum.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, that right there, in my opinion, is the very reason why you knew it wasn't gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because at the moment in which you have to do that much, where does the stop come?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
It'll continually cross the line.
I feel like a lot of times she only really was wanting to do these extra businesses and restaurants, stuff like that. Really, it was for him to have him, you know, feel important and like how.
Well, see, and I don't want to hear that shit because she was running all over Atlanta with the Atlanta girls, making them feel like prudes because she was acting like she was down. Like she didn't give, well, this is what my husband wants. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. It was, oh, let me tell you how you do this. Talking about, yeah, I mean, like, and they really played that up. Now, maybe that was part of why Candy got off. But real talk, the producers for me for Atlanta played it up with her having this like sex pot type of deal. Like everything with her was kind of like played up in this sexual way. In this, it was subtle.
You know, she had the sex line though. Yeah.
No, I'm okay with that, but I'm also saying like where it came with her and Todd. Like she was the one that talked about NDAs before NDAs got thrown all around on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They was mentioned in the van on Atlanta first.
No, I think she definitely was that person, but I mean, at the end of the day, like we're only human enough, and I still think that person comes second to her business. I think at the end of the day, she is about her business and about you know, being a successful businesswoman out here before anything. I think the freak comes second.
But then okay, but this so that's what so I look now. This might be another conversation we have to have for after dark because where does the separation come between from freak to desperation? Like now you're doing things to hold on to a man.
I think she's always doing those things.
Of being a freak.
She used to say she was addicted to porn.
Again, she got a baby by somebody who didn't even want to claim that. Your only baby. You ain't even like for real. Like I'm just saying, like that gives its own little tease without us even like going into get a lot of the detail. It don't give you a little bit of desperation tease that you was with somebody who wouldn't claim your baby. This is your first baby. You're very young having this baby. And yes, somehow you found yourself intertwined with somebody who wouldn't claim your first baby. And then you got to go chase after him for child support. The lady who wrote No Scrubs.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think she has a good picker.
She used to mess around with the big boy forever. What's his name? Oh Jesus. He's dead. What's his name?
Oh, yes. Yeah. He's a big boy.
Well, he big.
Like, wasn't she?
Was with her, with Kim Whitley, and with the other girl. Nikki Howard. Yeah, all of them had a promise to marry Mr. Gerald.
Didn't she come on the show having ups and downs with her?
The little guy.
What was his name? Her ex.
AJ,
the one who passed.
They had ups and downs. So like she be going through it, and that's why I think she should have just like, or at least that's the thing. She should just never got married. Like they should just been partners.
Now, see, I agree with that because, and that's where I'm coming from. Where is the line between what makes you desperate? Like there is a line that in which you are doing these things, and I don't give a damn that both of you agree. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels desperate, you know?
I feel like the bigger red flags though for me were as we were saying before, the things that he was saying like on the lives and just little things that we were cluing in on that were kind of like, you really must
in New York.
Yeah, like and now he was doing that on camera in front of us. I can only imagine what the conversations were like offline and stuff like that. Like he was letting his true intentions and true feelings and thoughts on stuff, let it be known like in front of you. So I feel like that's when she should have been like, you know what? Yeah. We think two different ways. This is not She should have backed away then. Not
Well, you know what? But
Yes.
I would say he probably didn't get that comfortable to talk that way after they've been married for so long. Because he wasn't like he was doing them lies when they first got married.
I feel like some of the things I saw were like dating back at least five years ago. I feel like they've been married like 11 years, something like that.
I think 10 and together like 13.
Actually, no. I was always not very fond of how he treated his own daughter. That was always weird to me. Like,
he wanted her to get it out the mud. Yes.
We're clearly two different parents. We don't parent the same. That's going to become an issue at some point. Like, I never liked that.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I got to say. Good luck, honey.
I know Candy looking good though. She looking good. I said, give it to her.
She doesn't look like what's going through.
Yeah, she's looking good. She dropped that weight. She looking very good.
Yeah, maybe she'll go and date her girl. You know, like Portia.
Girl, shut up. To me, that's how Portia seems desperate to me.
We don't have enough time for that. Like, we will be here all night.
Oh, my girl Portia desperate.
Yes, the fuck I did. Yes, I did.
It's just she don't have no direction. I don't know what her angle is. It's I try to follow, I can't do it.
I think that Portia now this reminds me of Luann, and my cousin had to break it down to me, but Luann is kind of like this, and I think Portia is similar. Is a heavy romantic, like what we call like the lover girls, you know. Yeah. And so I think that for people like that, they fall in love easy. They fall quickly.
And so Candy though?
At first.
Well, I don't think we've seen Candy in enough relationships to be able to determine if that's what it is. But from what we even could base her relationships off of, no. I think Candy want to be in love, but is she? No.
If Portia's in love, you think she in love with this girl?
No. Now, I'm not saying that I think that she is in love. Okay, let me make this clear. I don't know what's going on with this new relationship that's happening, but what I am saying is, I think that her essence is that of a romantic, like in general. So I'm saying,
so she was romantically in love with Simon.
The life.
Yeah, right.
My job,
of it. Like, because that's what a romantic will do, is just romanticize everything. Yeah, for sure. That's why she posted it the way she did. Like, without that man, even if you thought he was divorced, the ink wasn't even dry.
He's been too. I don't even want to bring this up because I don't want to see him back in my timeline. But Simon's been quiet for like a couple months now.
He had something to say a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, then be quiet. Act like I didn't say that because I do not want to see it.
About him being peaceful, and because I made a comment and I was like, it's funny how when men come and they raised all kind of hell in women's lives, now all they want is peace.
It's like, oh, I just thought about that.
But yeah, so he had reared his ugly little head. At some point, they had to be about 2 weeks ago, and it had to be something that happened. I can't think specific for him to kind of awaken, right?
I'm still here. Yeah. You're
right. Like, give us a proof of life.
Yep. Real. Oh my goodness.
But no, I do see. And again, not that because I think that a lot of women who want love, I think they all would consider themselves romantic in some sort of way. But I do think that being aromantic, like, is very different than just having a desire to, want to be in a relationship. And I think you see the people, those are the people that be in and out of these random fucking relationships, like, that look like that. And like you said, like, as soon as they end, like, y'all just in love and everything. It's like, oh, okay. Like, but again, that's like, because I think I'm a romantic, but I don't think I'm a hopeless romantic. Like, and I think that's the difference. Like, hopeless romantics just find themselves in all kinds of situations.
I agree. Definitely.
The prospect of being in love, honey, like,
No.
Yeah. So that's the way I see Portia, and which is different than desperate. I think that Candy.
Are you on Beyonce mute? What's going on now?
I know. Candy is like, I feel like she has a circle in which everybody else is married.
Yeah.
And so it puts her in a position that is like, this is what you like, part of success, and the story of the success is this is what you have with that.
Yeah, everybody that she hangs with is tiny.
Yeah, and so her getting with people is kind of to complete the story.
But I mean, yeah, but technically speaking, though, they've been married, like we said, 10 to 11 or whatever. So we're going back to then. You still think that's the same mindset she had then, and that, like, you think nothing has changed mentally for her, and that.
I mean, now that was I can't say. What I am saying is that's probably what got her through this whole marriage.
Ignoring the red
flags and everything, huh?
Yeah, you're saying, yeah. What she probably started to witness and notice things, but she probably kept on through. One, because she probably didn't want to prove her mom right, and two, yes, because everybody else is married or whatever. Or, like, we got the kids, and it's just easier to make it work than to undo all this until it gets to a certain point, and enough is enough. It's probably.
And then we talk about respectful cheating. So back to your point, maybe there was an issue of they're not being respectful. So we brought this up. We talked about this a lot back with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, is there a such thing as respectfully cheating?
You damn sure ain't gonna cheat with the bitch I'm paying.
Ain't nothing respectful about
it's probably in our bed. If she works in our house, then yes.
Yes, wait a minute. She probably over there to that dang old guest house down there in that damn swimming pool. You know that guest house is nice.
Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? Was he like one of the first people that we found out like was sleeping with the nanny or something?
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, girl. You remember what that nanny looked like? That's his son's. He messed around on Maria's driver with Shrek with Fiona.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Helen might look like that girl.
And you know what? That probably is something did happen that would make Candy go in the court and, like you said, be like, get him
Wait a minute. Funky didn't even say Candy went around there. She went to Miss Helen's house, girl. Bitch, give me my motherfucking money back. Oh my goodness. Girl, she probably was poisoning her. She the chef. Candy didn't know why she was sick. She's sick. This woman is poison.
That's terrible.
Oh.
You know what else sucks is that you would like just to like, oh my God, like just to think that you right, you would sleep with the chef like that I hired to come in and cook our food.
To help me lose weight, bitch. And you got this motherfucker over here with oh girl. You because I'm telling you, I watched their live around the 4th of July. They were over to like Fatum's house, right? They seemed all nice and dandy. What not even a whole month later, she was filing for they were separated. That's what we found out. So she found out about Miss Helen. Because they I think was it in was it like May or something? He and Fatum and her, they was all on vacation together in Africa.
And I remember even thinking like,
girl, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Candy. Yeah, I thought this was a little strange. It was they had these pictures on exactly. It was like a boat or something.
Yeah, the boat pictures.
Yeah,
there
like,
was another person in there.
The pictures that I saw, and I was just like, oh,
there was pictures.
Couple things, or like
they went to her village. They ended up going to her village.
Yeah, I seen that. They were traveling. They were
and even so when they did 4th of July that day over there, when Todd did his live, I don't know because I was happened to be, and I just caught his live, and it was him. And then the next person you see was Fatum. Everybody in the chat was like, "Where Candy at?" And she's like, "I'm right here." But Fatum, it just seemed like, yes. I go, my husband don't hang with me and my friends like this.
Super comfortable, and it wasn't like she was like all over here, like she'd be right.
Like she was the woman.
Yeah,
she
was
the woman, and Candy was a side piece. That's what it seemed like.
All in the mix.
She was. I'm here. She's like, oh shit.
Like, it was no church hugs. It was like full body on.
Yes, You know, she used to be married to Akon.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's one of his wives.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Interesting.
Girl.
That is interesting.
Well,
and that's all I'm saying. You open Pandora's box and look, and then look, shit.
And this man had all
you lost your own damn husband.
The gay Todd a false sense of reality now. He think he Rico Suave.
Marvin.
He is, because I don't know what message he was sending with that song he was playing. I'm still waiting on somebody to explain it to me because I missed it.
Yeah, it's a sad case with them.
It is really sad because it kind of hurt my heart when I first heard the news. I'm like, dang. I used to watch them all the time. I love Todd and the Glam Squad. I like the conversation. I really did. It was a nice spirited debate, you know. And he would have these different scenarios, and you know, and by the end of the thing, you see Candy with her full glam on. So you see her without it, and then you see her with it done. So, but it was nice spirited debates between them, grown talk, but it was good. And I'm like, wow, that's unfortunate.
I guess I just wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why, but like I just was like, no, I mean, it seemed normal enough until it didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I was sad to hear the news, but
Candy said she had been going through it.
Everything else that's out, you know, it's kind of like, geez.
Yeah, he's been vocal about that.
Yeah, and this mug got Miss Helen. Lord have mercy.
In the guest house, man. What?
In the guest house.
Not paying no bills. Like
no bills. What? Remember when she did that her homewarming and we got a chance to see what the guest house looked like? I was like, oh, that mug is really, really nice. Oh, it's nice.
Wait, what? Oh, I think I missed that. Oh no.
It's a beautiful home.
Well, yeah, remember she got the house that's across from her house.
Yeah. No. Yeah, like a catwalk in between the houses.
And yeah, I thought that was like a mother-in-law suite. I didn't know that.
No, that's an old big house with the pool in the. They filmed over there. It's beautiful.
Come back to me. Yeah. I mean, she has a nice property. Yeah, which is that's going to be on the chopping block. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's about to be messy.
That's what she paid for it cash.
We'll be here to catch up and talk about it whenever it come out.
For sure.
What other stuff come out now? What else is going on? Is that what? Look, did we catch up with everything? Let me think.
Y'all see the Potomac clips from the reunion?
I did. I saw one where they were addressing Ashley about what she had to say about Wendy and her cabaret show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was really it. Did I see any other clips?
I see one about Stacey.
Yeah, about Stacey.
This and like she couldn't just say that, and it was and they gave her flowers on being recognized by, was that Vanity Fair?
I think so.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna, I mean, we obviously know it's going to be interesting to the extent of diving into some more stuff, I guess, with Karen and being integrated back into the group with them. Wendy will give us, she can't speak on anything because it's, illegal.
She better not, because her ass going to jail.
Okay. You about to lose your job.
Girl, you did all that dumb shit. And her confessionals, everything she says now, he's like, damn, bitch, you done went over here and stole this little bit of $400,000 just so you can come out here and act like you dressing and better than
everybody. It wasn't even that. She only got the $25K allegedly. So
is that really it?
Yeah. The 400.
They put it in, but they only got the $25K. I want to say, I don't know if that was for just the ring or what, but they didn't get the whole amount. That's the gag, that you guys did all that and didn't even.
Girl, I know you ain't going to jail for no $25K.
What have you got them what you got them proud for?
Yes, that's
yes, give us the 411.
Girl, I know she ain't going to jail for $25K. I just know better than that. What kind of Nigerian are you, Wendy?
Not what kind of Nigerian are you?
What? You ain't talked to dang on Simon?
There's alleged a couple lied about a 2024 home burglary receiving approximately $25,380 from Travelers Insurance for a reportedly stolen ring that was not actually missing. They claimed over $450,000, but yeah, they only got $25,380 insurance payout for the missing wedding band, which was later identified as the one. So yeah, that makes it even
interesting.
That yeah, you guys didn't even get what you sought out to get.
Wait a minute. So what was she redecorating her house with? Did what money was that?
That's the thing. That's like what makes me think like, oh my God, are you even more debt now? Because like, how did you pay for that? We know it was in excess of 100K in renovations.
Remember, she said that she was rich when she was buying that little $200.
She's right. She paid her mom's bills. Like yeah. There's a lot of money getting thrown around here. Eddie's good.
Girl, and then what? She got with them 40 credit cards with the different names.
Pam Oliver, Eddie Hennessy be getting packages out the wazoo.
Girl, that's what she probably bought them those turquoise earrings with.
Lil Cam got 4 cell phones. Like it's a lot going on over there, and not
what
enough.
You need 4 cell phones for?
What did you say? Not enough checks and balances.
A lot of deductions and not enough credit. Like what's going on over there, Wendy? If we want to go back to saying like things that were surprising, when I read that, I was like,
yeah, no, I'm confused with that too.
No, I'm confused.
That got me surprised. Like that takes the surprise cake for Bravo with me in this last year. That because I just would have never thought I would have seen them in that situation. Because
no, for sure.
Like, what are we doing?
Some ghetto shit.
I agree.
And now you're 15.
Whatever y'all doing, y'all are amateurs.
You ain't lying, especially if they only got $25,000.
let me send an email saying, oh, what else can we throw on here to my husband who's downstairs? Like, excuse me?
So I mean, so they wouldn't even give them for the other things that they claim, only just for the
Well, they were going through the different, it wasn't just one
insurance company. Yeah.
It was multiple. So I guess travelers, they dispersed their amount, and then I guess maybe like the system alerted and they caught wind, and however they figured it out.
Remember when we were talking about this whole thing that when it came out, right? And I was saying, like, what most people don't realize about insurance companies is that they do communicate with each other. You know, like even on the medical end. So if you get into a car accident with another person and you gonna file a medical claim, even if you gave your auto insurance and they gave their auto insurance, the two companies are going to send claims to each other, you know what I mean? About whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So
you can't also put in the claim like the maximum amount. That would mean that the house, there's no more house. Like they stole the entire house, the roof and everything. Like you're not gonna get the maximum amount and then like state like just thinking about how everything was written, the poor execution and the non-tripped alarms. Like
I think it was the email.
It looks
emails. And then they're taking the shit back
from 8 years ago. Like what are you doing? Like what are you doing though? Like
girl, that's why I'm like, Wendy try to come through there like she got it going on. Remember with her in the her Chanel stuff.
She was like, girl, where are you going in these 6-inch heels, and you ready to open the door to go to the patio? If you don't go sit your ass down some damn way.
Looking like Mrs. Roper some damn where.
And the thing is, like, they're not gonna be able to get insured again. Like they're gonna, and you need
to that high risk. That's very
have that. And
if she got a mortgage,
more debt, like it's just it's a I would not wish.
I say the insurance company's job is to try not to pay.
Yes.
So they try to figure out how not to cover your claim. And anyway, and if they can find somebody else responsible for it, then that's what they're gonna do. You know.
Yeah, and not to mention like the area that they're living in. Like those people don't want to see you guys, you know, cleared of these charges. Like those people don't, you know, those jury of your peers is not a thing there. Like
no. Never.
You would think Miss Wendy with the 5 degrees, honey, would know a little bit something about that.
They was on that Happy Eddie. They wasn't saying
clearly shit. They was on some happy something.
Whoa, like what's
going on? Happy feelings in the air.
I'm convinced Eddie didn't even really have a real job this whole time, because he'd be very available. If you think back, he'd be available all the time to film, and he'd be there like all the time. Like, so I guess, they probably were only living off of Happy Eddie.
He'd be very available.
He does.
What kind of law did he practice anyways? Because he should.
I don't know. We've never seen him in an office. We've never seen him coming home from the office. He'd be there.
Any other men in the office are coming home?
No, but like he be home, man.
He trying to help his wife get that check
from Martin. He ain't got no job.
For real, it's not looking good. And I think that I think on the 4th is their next appearance in court or whatever. So I guess they're gonna need it.
See, honey, we shall see. What it is that they got up their sleeve. It don't look good. And listen, and I'm with everybody else. You are innocent until proven guilty. I just listened to everything that they said, and it just sounds like they know what they're talking about.
It does. It really does. This is all alleged, y'all. Like, don't quote us. This is just
don't know much about nothing, but it just
$25,000 though. Ooh.
And wasn't she talking about she was about to get a new car too? When
Girl, they've been better off selling dope. At least she got a first time offense on that one. God
But
damn.
I feel like I keep going back to this though. It do feel like a for what though? Because it's like you on a cast with girls who
don't
like you ain't even gotta do all of that. You know
I'm
what I
telling
mean?
you. But I'm
Like
telling you,
it's not like she on Married to Medicine with Toya. So you trying to like whenever
Toya
she
still don't look. Toya still be looking tacky though.
well, all I'm saying is it's not like you trying to keep up with what somebody else got, right? Not for real. Because
she
But the thing of it is, she
It's
came
up
in
here.
there so insecure her first season.
that.
Because I'm telling you, I remember her because I watched the news a lot. Watching her like on Roland Martin on MSNBC, she didn't look like that. She looked like her sister. That's what she looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And she came and got her body together and then thought she was going to buy all these clothes to outshine all these women. And these women don't even give a damn.
It's up here, like, and you even seen that with how like she's dealing with her dad's situation. Like, she just really seeks this approval and stuff, and she needs to come to terms with that and mentally that she's
That's
wanting
all.
to impress people that don't give a about her.
No, because remember she came in bragging about her 5 damn degrees.
Yeah,
What I mean,
yeah, she's out here trying to just like prove something and get to this Jones level of living, and it's at what cost? Because now you might be leaving your kids
right.
15 years. Like it's never that serious.
$25,000, girl.
And they're even saying, like, I'm not sure if you guys shout outs to We Go podcast, Sharia, who was actually in the courtroom. She was in the courtroom for Karen's situation, and
Oh yeah, don't she be on Kempire?
yeah, Sharia keeps those boots on the ground. Shout out to her, but she was saying how like even the way that she's like appearing and stuff like that, it's like it almost seems like she's like still liking the attention that this is bringing, which is like
But didn't I tell you? I said she gives me the impression like they know something we don't. You know what I mean? Like
that girl
that we don't know, and I don't know what that could be because that's why I'm saying like from what they laid out. I mean, I'm really sure how you get around what they laid out, but
mm-hmm. They have good attorneys apparently. Like these are some good attorneys, but yeah, I don't know. Like I don't.
Yeah, like you, like that's what I said. She walking around like the joke on us. You know,
she's driving off of the attention.
She's acting like Karen acted until we seen that goddamn on video. Shit, we all back.
A mess.
Karen told her to shut the fuck up. Talking too much. Yes.
Well, speaking of Karen, did anybody watch her interview with Sherry Shepherd? I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I watched a little.
Well, look, I guess nothing to see.
What I did watch though, as we were saying, like Sherry, she was asking, I feel like some good questions that really, of course, Karen still gave her Karen answers, but
we heard on the show. If
I'm
not mistaken.
It disappointed me though, because I feel like in the end, it still turned into a whole, I'm going to say what I need to say about this and then be done with it. Like, this is not going to continue to define my future type energy. And I'm like, I don't feel like you should be flipping that switch so fast. Like, I do feel like you still need to kind of publicly, at least on the show, people are going to still expect you to still kind of sit in that and really heal more visibly before you're just like, I'm past it. That's my past. Like, I'm not going to keep explaining myself. Like, that might come off a little bit too arrogant for certain people.
Uh-huh.
Well, are we surprised? I feel like that was the way she left us. like what she said, she wasn't gonna tell us nothing about that night, honey. She left the video.
Girl, drunk as a skunk. Talking
I-
about she gonna be vindicated. Girl, you don't sit your old ass down.
Please give me a ankle monitor, please. I don't need to see anything. I take the plea deal, give me my ankle monitor, and send me on my way. Like,
Because that's what, like, but she was walking around that whole season like, I will be vindicated.
Girl, had Paul Ray out there trying to make up a lie for her.
trying to give him his license, like, oh, yes! Like, what is going on?
Woke his man up out his sleep.
Wig was on her nape, like it was.
Yes.
It was.
It was nasty, honey. I bet. That was like when she said she didn't see the video. Here I go, girl. We know.
I'm lit. Yeah, you are.
Like, girl, we know you didn't watch that video because there's no way.
How can you be so full of yourself? Because this didn't even have to come out. Girl could have watched the video, play it. You knew you was drunk. Mm-hmm. You knew you crashed that car into something.
But that's what, like I was saying, what's interesting is that she does not want to, like, she necessarily doesn't admit to being drunk.
Because she's going to drink some more.
Right. She doesn't necessarily want to cop to having any type of issue with alcohol. But like I told Barb, I said, you know, I don't know how much medicine you get from a doctor that doesn't tell you that you can't drink alcohol with the medicine, right? Yeah. We're talking antibiotics, whatever. And it's not because it impairs your mind or impairs you. It's more about whether the medicine is going to work or not. The alcohol limiting the effects of the medication. Yeah. However, again, it is the medicine that does, that's the same thing. Like, hey, it may cause drowsiness, whatever. So what I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, when you get a prescription from your doctor, generally the next thing is that you shouldn't be, probably are not going to be able to drink while you're taking this medication, whatever that may be. Mm-hmm. And so with that being said, while she keeps kind of harping on these depressive medicines that she's upping the dosage on, I'm just thinking like that makes it even more evident that your issue is, you know, alcohol and not the actual medication.
Yeah, I think that's when I had my epiphany and was like, wait, no, like it's not the medication at all, because like that would, the way that she was posing it was almost like, oh my God, he was like subscribing like way too much, or like the prescription was just off. And it was like, no, like even if it was
like, what I got is that she was taking like 2 pills instead of 1.
Exactly. Like, and that's not really how she described it. So it's like, no, you were totally okay with the medication. You just were not supposed to be drinking with it.
Right. You were
that's the issue.
Fireballs. Wash it down.
Or what they said? They said it was Stella Artois, Stella Rosa, something in the back seat of the car.
Oh, Stella Rosa.
Blueberry. One of the two. I just thought about that too. I feel like no one said anything about that. The open bottles in the car, because there was.
Oh Lord!
Like
yeah, Karen ain't nothing but a pill popping ass girl.
Like the video cam was enough. We didn't need.
It was
very cringy. Very
for sure.
Because you know most pill poppers, don't they just fall asleep? You know, if you got some kind of addict like that and you on those kind of pills, because it's got to be some kind of narcotic.
Like what I thought about when it came to like when she kept saying about depression medication, I'm like, I can't see what she's trying to make it be. Like I can't really.
Narcotics.
Yeah, I'm not sure like what I've. Yeah, never been in that position to know what it would actually do, like symptom wise. So no, I can't get past the fact that it's gotta be the alcohol portion of it that threw the whole equation off. And for some reason, she doesn't want to sit in that. And I mean, obviously, a lot of us are thinking the reason being because either A, you want to, you're not past it and you probably still want to continue to drink, or
Mhm.
or B, like it's just a lot more socially acceptable to say that, oh yeah, I got hooked on this thing that was prescribed by somebody else, meaning I wasn't the direct person to put me in the situation from the get-go. It was the doctor that prescribed it, and then from there, things got carried away.
But a lot of times when they're on pain medication or some kind of medication like that, you end up having to go to, when you start, because somebody or somehow you're taking more than you're supposed to. So who is prescribing the upward dose? Either she buying it on the street or something, because the doctor's only prescribing
what. That's true. Like you said, it's not like you keep a tab on it, but not all things now. Okay, so to your point, anything that's controlled, like you said, would be monitored that way. Saying, okay, I gave you this many pills to take, whatever times a day for this many days. But I'm saying, now I can't say for certain if depression medicine will work that way. I don't know if you can get more, but is depression medication a controlled medication? Yes. Okay. Well, so again, so we saying, like what we saying, girl, you got a problem with alcohol and it don't have nothing to do with, and maybe here's the thing, maybe there is some place in which you are irresponsible in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like you said, I don't know many medications you can get from the doctor and it doesn't tell you not to drink when you take it. I don't care what it is. So okay, you being irresponsible with the way you taking your medication, but yeah, your problem is the alcohol.
That, and she's saying, like, I have to go back obviously and rewatch to remember, she was saying that the pills, because there's been 4 incidents, but only 2 of them were DUIs though, y'all. So
well, 2 of them were alcohol related.
Yeah.
What she said.
More alcohol related. The other 2 weren't. So that just negates that anyway. Was she, and this is dating back 20 years, so she was still taking these same antidepressants 20 years ago too, or the antidepressants only came into play this last time or so? Because if that was the case, that she's still been taking these same, I'm not a doctor, I don't know how this works, but you've been taking the same antidepressants for 20 years. I would just think that the doctor would be like, we need to we need to do something different. Like we need to
change this.
Yeah, like I didn't think the goal was ever to be on the antidepressants for the rest of your life.
20 years.
They just gave it to you. You've been prescribing it for 20 years. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Back in the medicine cabinet and found that old bottle.
No, you know what? She probably got one of them old dope pushing ass doctors that write scripts. That's what she got.
Now, yeah,
it's possible, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to be.
But it's a lot of them, especially carrying of a certain age.
Yeah,
and I know, some of them doctors that died on, but I know some of them doctors around here that what you need. I'm like, oh shit, to me.
Yeah, and she's charming. Obviously, she knows how to present herself to be, in her grand dame-esque era-ness, and yeah, she probably, had a good report. I don't know, y'all. This is all just speculation, nothing. We're just having talk. But more that she's not speaking on or not is being overlooked, because I don't think that she's fully healed from it. Like, even numbers wise, if this is something that you've been dealing with for 20 plus years since you're 19 or whatever, it's going to take longer than 6 months to overcome. I'm not nobody's life coach, but I feel like that's fair.
Look, clock it, okay? Hey, well, we gotta see what she got to give this Sunday when the reunion comes on, well, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna see her until the last part.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, we'll see whatever she come out and bring when she tells Wendy to shut the F up.
No,
Which I thought that was kind of premature because I'm thinking I haven't seen Wendy talking much about nothing, but okay, girl.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that's gonna be woven into there.
Yeah.
I just started cringing because I thought like I've been off of thinking about Angel for the last couple of weeks. So I'm like, oh god, we gotta that. Like I just, all I see is like, oh my god, like grabbing the wheel and just it's a lot. It's a lot.
She's a masochist. Oh god.
God, she's
yeah. So I think I saw somewhere really briefly that it may have looked like she possibly did a post about her not.
I don't know how true that is, though. I didn't see it nowhere else.
I didn't see that. Where have I been? No, I didn't see that.
I just seen it.
Well, I only saw it one time also, so I didn't see it nowhere else either. To your point, you might be right. It may not be anything that is real.
It seems like she would wait till after the reunion, anyways.
I don't think she knows the rules.
She doesn't know how it works.
Engagement one way or the other.
No telling her judgment is clearly way different than a lot of ours. So who knows with her?
Poor Angel.
Or Tink Tink. That's what we when they said Tink Tink, that's what they had in mind. It was Angel ass. That is Tink Tink. Okay, Tink. Because
I've been getting my mind.
There's nothing she can do. There is no way that she can even redeem herself in the reunion. Like none. Zero. She has like zero redeeming quality.
Yeah.
I've worn my mind up to the idea that she's like, I'm 50-50. I'm thinking she might not come back. And I'm more so based that off of this last wave of hell that she got over the trip and everything and the people being in her reviews and stuff like that. I feel like that was a different straw where she kind of would have been like, yeah, I'm good on this. So I'm preparing myself to hear maybe she's not coming back. I don't know.
Oh, listen, I'm already prepared to hear
like
I heard something else. Like, oh, y'all bring her back.
If Karen comes back, somebody's not coming back. Like they're not gonna pay out. They're not signing all those checks. Like just numbers wise, somebody's probably not gonna come back if Karen's coming back because she's about to suck up a large chunk of the.
I mean, I say Kay and no girl like
Jazzy.
You said Jazzy. Oh.
Hell yeah. Shit, yeah.
Jazzy can be a friend. I think Jazzy is okay as a friend.
She just better not do those couple antics she did. She had about like 3 antics she pulled this season that people were like, no, girl.
He was giving thirst.
Her and Tia.
He was giving, are you parched, girl?
You think Tia's coming back?
I hope not. That's somebody that I'm good on. I since about episode 2, I want to say I've been good on her.
I think I'm all right with Tia coming back. What about you?
It don't bother me either way. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. Angel just didn't fit this group of girls. Mm-hmm. Really. And I don't. If I was her, I wouldn't come back.
I agree. Even if they offered you another season, honey, give it back. I don't even.
You said give it back. It didn't work out for her business wise. And then the way people came in and did those reviews. I mean, like, god dang. Touch grass, people, please touch grass.
Yeah.
This is for entertainment.
Yeah. We don't agree with that over on this page. None of us, honey.
No.
We don't agree with going off and going to these people's businesses. I think Kenya has some problems with people kind of doing something silly.
Yes.
at her business. Yeah, that's not cool. Now, if you want to go and patronize, like she said, make an appointment. Like you can do that.
Remember the lady that came to Stormy's factory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Like that's what are we doing? Like,
yeah,
girl, that sector of YouTube is wild.
Yeah,
girl, YouTubers be over there arguing left and right.
I told you that's why I had to stop watching the show because it got too much.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
The fans, the cast, it was too much offline. It was I was over it. Ugh.
I think it really was the millimeters. I don't know if it's all of that. Now that Mel is not there.
It might not be, but like I guess I'm so far removed at this point that I'm just like, whatever.
What I think it was when it well, it is what it is. What I think it is when it came to Mel and her fan group was just more so having a fan group that was based in her trauma, with her marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically you just had a bunch of bitter women.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Doing bitter shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I just couldn't take it. I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was a bit much too. And like Stormy, I didn't mind her exit, because to your point, like what we said about Akeisha when it came to Bill Collective, same with So Gucci or any other show,
Ooh.
Housewives, because Housewives love to play that I didn't want to come back, game, or I quit, type of game. And it's just like we know the people who walk away, you know what I'm saying? And we know the ones who didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a stance to be taken when what's happening on this television show is interrupting, like your
life,
livelihood, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so either like you can't sit up and tell us you don't need this thing and you keep showing up, going to heavenly. I think it is the next move if her campaign is as serious to her as she wanted to be. If your castmates are not taking you serious, or even out 2 of the 6 or whatever, if they are, trying to bait you in some, way, then the only other option is to exit. Like, you know what I mean? And not give them that. So I can see her, kind of exiting too. But I like those type of moves. Make it a boss move. Don't tell me you don't need something if you ain't really to like show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so show and prove. Go ahead.
Right.
Run along.
You know what you're talking about? So Gucci and them checks over there on ain't like them Bravo checks though.
Well, even still though, all I'm saying, now you right. Now you right. Now you right.
$15.
Listen.
Shit.
You right. And like you said, that might be a little bit more to walk away from. But at the same time, but we always say it, all money ain't good money.
True,
depending on what, like, again, if where you trying to go, if what's happening here is hindering you from getting there, then that's the only other choice you have is to let go of something, and so, yeah, it would be this one. So it's funny going back to Heavenly's post. That is the way I took it, even though she didn't like flat out. It sounded like it was a departure type of post.
On her live, she did a live like maybe 2 days ago or something.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if she just was doing like a run-on sentence, but she said, reality TV, I'm done with it. I don't know if she meant she is done with it because it's over for the season, but people was like, oh, is she saying she's done?
I had also heard, I don't remember where, and I wish I did, but I do remember coming across the point that this may be in general, like Married to Medicine's coming to a close in general. I heard that earlier in the season. I gotta go back and dig and figure out where I heard that
I've
from.
heard that too.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything come of it. So
That's a Bravo issue. If they do get rid of Married to Medicine, then that's a Bravo issue. Not as they bring these ratchet ass Rhode Island housewives and you getting rid of now. Who the fuck acts for these people?
Everybody look alike.
I thought going to Texas or somewhere else, but Rhode Island. Yeah.
Again, who asked for them?
Yeah.
Who put in? When did anybody vote on the city or anything? And so I'm saying if you get, and maybe there's a world, because again, for me, Married to Medicine doesn't deserve this conversation. But when it comes to the housewives, we have conversations about some of these casts. The classes recycle. Oh, want some fresh blood. So maybe new cities could be the answer to getting some fresh blood. Because I do think maybe there's a world where Atlanta is ran through,
But if you're talking about Married to Medicine, Dr. Heavenly had stated that they tried it in different places. They never last.
Yeah.
Remember Married to Medicine LA? Was that what
they were going to do one in I think it was LA, Washington, DC, and there was another place. They never.
I support going new places. I don't ever take me wrong. I am totally behind going new places.
Who the hell not watching none of that, and they watch 15 variations of Below Deck?
It better get. We can go to Arkansas. I don't know. We can go to wherever. We can go to Nebraska. We can go to Washington. We can go wherever. It just better give. Like, make me want to go there. Make me want to visit.
Yeah, I agree.
I wasn't checking for Salt Lake City before the show came on, and then I was like, okay, maybe I need to go snowboarding.
I remember when Salt Lake came out, I said, who knew? Okay. Salt Lake City got some shit going on over there, right? But like I said, maybe that's kind of some of the freshness that we are needing. And then, like, I think Ultimate Girls Trip should always be OGs or former housewives. I don't think they should be current housewives on the Ultimate Girls Trips. What's the point? We get to see them on their housewife shows, But we shall see, honey. I think
the Ultimate Girls Trip for the cast for Potomac should have been with Sharice and Robin.
Now I didn't say that.
You said former.
I just said it should have been former. But Robin, maybe they didn't have to include Katie at all. It could have been Katie.
If she was in a good space, I would say Katie. Yeah.
Girl, Katie. You know what? Katie is like Kelly Ben-Simone. Like, I don't know why they went and got her. They keep throwing this crazy lady in our face, knowing that she is unhinged and not well. But they keep trying to put her on TV. And she already had one breakdown. Like, you wanted to have another. The girl, she is not all the way there. She's like a Katie.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's her life, though. Like, she lives this life where she's aloof about everything. I don't know about she got 2 kids. Who raising them? Like,
right.
Lord have mercy.
I think some cities will have more to choose from than others. Like Potomac just don't.
Right, exactly. Right. Very good way to put it. Would you say some cities will have more?
Yeah.
That's right. Because maybe we just skip out on Potomac altogether. Or maybe Robin would. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to see.
No, I think Robin was at this thing. I think she was there. Yeah.
Oh, she at this thing?
I'm pretty
The
sure.
one that did
Yeah.
you money?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
she was there. I think she was in Atlanta.
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, I'm not saying she showed up on one of the filmings. I'm talking about actually kind of being a part of whatever it is they got.
Core cast of it. You're talking about being on the core cast of it
Yeah.
and traveling? Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever, I guess.
I mean, I'm just saying, let's call a spade a spade. Girl, you live like, I mean, everybody was there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't, I don't dislike Robin as much as like I just dislike the things she does, the things she says, the people she chooses to align herself with, the people she chooses to marry. Yeah, other than all that, she's cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Life decisions. Okay.
Take all that away and yeah, we'll start fresh and yeah, you're.
Well, that's why I was saying, like, maybe it wouldn't be like for me such a bad idea to see her off by herself outside of Giselle.
Yeah.
And see what does that look like? Because I don't have an idea of what that looks like. Like I told you this season with with Giselle.
Yep.
Giselle's kind of taking the favorite spot this season for me. It's a first. Like I'm surprised, by it because she's not my go-to like favorite, However, I'm like, yeah, she been saying things that I agree with. I'm kind of liking her. Like,
Angel, you don't even know where you are. Like, yeah,
she's so exclusive. Not even you know how to get there.
I'm with her when she's on. I'm with her when she's right, and I'm completely against her when she's not right, which is a lot of times I feel. But this season, yes, she hasn't given me as much to go at her about, which is a lot.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised. So that's what I say. Like maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to be able to see Robin do something that's separate from Giselle, and maybe we could get an idea of who she is without Giselle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Mm-hmm. We'll see, I guess. Mm-hmm.
We shall see. Well, all right then. Listen, what else we got to talk about, y'all?
Sleep.
We kind of.
Yes.
All right, I think we got.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day. Well, of course, like it's not just for romantic love, it's for friendships too. So I hope everybody have a really wonderful Valentine's Day. I am just going to be at home doing nothing.
Absolutely.
That's what I got on my agenda. Okay, me and Michael Jackson, he got him some Valentine pajamas.
I love that.
I got him some little Valentine like cookies from he had to go to the vet today, so I got him some little Valentine cookies from the PetSmart.
Thank you. Oh, I love that. Yes, I hope everyone has a wonderful Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's crazy. That's already halfway through the month.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what I'm doing
It's
today.
your anniversary and Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, 32 years.
Happy anniversary! Yes.
Yeah. So I got to go down here and check on these grandkids, girl.
They are raising hell, okay?
But I don't know what the baby's doing. The other ones are probably asleep, but the baby, he kind of had a fever earlier. So
okay. So guys, listen, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to everybody's channel. I did put everybody's channel in the description. Okay. So we will be back with you. Monday? We're going to go for Monday.
Yes.
And we will be doing Real Housewives of Potomac reunion part 1. And we will also go ahead and talk about the Housewife Awards at that time too, right?
Okay.
We get ready to start promoting for Married to Medicine. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and get that. Y'all got a little time to still vote. Make sure you subscribe. Go to the community tab and you can vote there. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All righty.
I'm like ready to go to sleep right now.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark here now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, good night, y'all.
Well, thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will hit y'all up on Monday.
All righty.
Bye, y'all. Bye. Have a good night. Y'all enjoy y'all evenings, okay?
You too.
Thank you. Now, I don't know why